What's happening, guys? My name is OTG and I'd like to welcome you to Davilo's Journey, episode number 19, the season finale. Wow, I didn't think we'd get to this stage so early. I mean, it's been about a month since the game came out, about just over a month, about 4 or 5 weeks now, and we're at episode 19, and obviously, being the last episode, I said I'd do 100%, and also, first episode of season 2, I'm going to do 100%, and then everything else probably going to be 50%. I enjoy doing the longer races. I mean, it gives me more of a chance to gain a gap on people, and it makes the race feel more realistic and feel like there's actually action, and you guys get to enjoy something. And 100% here in Sao Paulo, so let's get underway. 71 laps, qualified in 16th. I wanted to save my tyres because I do know that this track is very much only like a 2-stop or something like that. So I did want to save my tyres, but I did go out and start on the options. Going to go option prime, as you would have liked to have seen. Going into the first corner, they're getting a little bit of contact on Pastor Maldonado, getting a warning saying causing collision, but that was really slow. Then a little bit of a nudge on Grosjean, so we're nudging everyone left, right and centre. Our teammates on our right, well, it seems to be our ex-teammate. We will be our ex-teammate after the announcement that Sergio will probably be joining Ferrari. That's what the Ferrari boss Stefano Domenicali said. Over in Abu Dhabi, he said that Sergio is their key target and Felipe will have to be looking somewhere else in the near future. The teams linked with Felipe Massa are Lotus, Williams, and of course Toro Rosso. Ferrari powered engine, obviously Toro Rosso, and I think that would be good for Toro Rosso to have an older driver, but it's always rumours, we never know. Also, Mark Webber said this will be his last season, we don't know. As Sergio gets up into 6th position, there's a little move from Webber, but he just closes the door there as he takes the racing line, and Webber just cannot do anything about it. Skipping now all the way to lap 9, we lost 14 seconds to Fernando Alonso, going very deep into the first corner, gifting Sergio Perez through. Now, having to cut the corner to stop a collision, and these tyres are pretty much destroyed. Opening the DRS and using Kerrs, the perfect combination. Sergio moves to the inside line, hunting him down there with that DRS. So much more straight line speed, braking later into the corner, just not taking the apex, getting a little bit onto the runoff area. They're getting the move done. Now, lap 13, Jenson Button looking for a move. Well, he looks like he's going to easily breeze past. Sergio there just completely cooks it up and gets very deep. And now Jenson is pretty much off, but now he's got DRS, so he needs to try and catch up with the man from the United Kingdom. So he's using that DRS to hunt him down now. He's going to go up his inside. And Button then just comes in and tries to take the apex. He doesn't acknowledge the fact that he's there. Hulkenberg then comes through and he loses a place there because of Button not realising that there's a driver there. So Button should have got a penalty for that, or should have at least let the position through. Actually maybe not, but I mean Button should have realised there was a driver there instead of just completely cutting him up. So Jenson taking all the risks there and getting himself 6th position, and in fact Sergio losing out and is now down in 8th position after all of that commotion. Skipping now to lap number, where's my thing? There we are, lap number 19. My screen froze there for a second. Lap number 19. These tyres absolutely destroyed, so there's only one thing you can do, and that's come and enter the pits. He's lost so much time to Hulkenberg and Button, it's unbelievable. Look at them on the mini-map. Look, 27.6 seconds. It's horrible. In 10 laps, and tyres have just been destroyed. And I don't know how the AI do it. It must be some form of like technique, or it must be built into their system, because there's no way. They say allow the faster car through. Well, he dives into the pit, so there's no need to allow it through, and this could actually benefit him. If the faster cars are coming through whilst he's in the pit, he's not going to feel the effects because obviously he's in the pits, and the guys who are behind him are going to get slowed down. Now, going on to the harder tyres, I think a 3.128 second pit stop, not a bad pit stop at all. Coming down, he's now in 19th position, so he's going to have to try and battle through the pack and set some fast times. As obviously next season, if he does end up down in this position, I think there'll be a better chance of him gaining more positions, because if he's in a Ferrari, which is one of the fastest cars on the grid, it would be very interesting to see what he does in his first race in Australia in a 100% race. But there's Adrian Sutil, he's a target. Lap 20, obviously, coming around, end of the lap that he pitted on, obviously. Sutil decided not to go into the pit, so Sergio taking the line, no, nothing wrong with that. Using DRS, no curves needed, just breezes past, and that's him up into 18th position. But Sutil there looking for a move past, they're side by side, and Sergio just takes the inside line and gets the move done. Now on lap 25, everyone's back to normal. They want us to allow the faster cars through. Vitaly Bottas now looking for an outside move. That is Bottas, I hope. Is it? Yes? No, it's Kimi Raikkonen. So Bottas has done nothing. It's just Kimi Raikkonen getting a lap in there. So there's Raikkonen, and this is one of the funniest things ever. He gets DRS, and what does Sergio do? Well, he wants to show that he is a class driver, so he unlaps himself. Eventually, though, who will have to let him lap him again because Kimi Raikkonen will have lost time. But there's nothing wrong with that, unlapping yourself, but Kimi's now going to get the DRS, and Kimi Raikkonen, Sergio then does the decent thing, and just moves to the side, slows down, lets Kimi through, because it's not going to benefit him if he keeps battling, because he's going to lose time to the cars that are chasing after him. So, now on lap 34, have to allow the faster cars through. Fernando Alonso, possibly his new teammate, that'll be very interesting to see. Coming round now, what's going to happen? We're going to have to find out. Coming through, I'm not sure if he enters the pits. I don't think he doesn't. So Fernando Alonso is now probably going to lap him, and that's I think he's going to be a little bit more lenient than he was against Kimi Raikkonen. There we go, just letting him pass, saying, hey, we should be friends because we're going to be teammates sooner or later, and we need to win that Constructors' Championship next year, and maybe the Drivers' Championship for one of us. We need to get many 1-2s and many race wins and many double podiums for the Ferrari team. Ferrari team. But he does use his DRS, but he doesn't gain as much as he would have liked. And Sebastian Vettel's the next man up, and he does a decent thing to Sebastian Vettel, man battling for the World Championship, which will be very interesting to see who wins the World Championship, of course. Nico Rosberg going into the day with 1 extra point to Vettel. So we'll have to see how that goes. So basically, if Vettel finishes 7th or above, 8th or above, and Rosberg scores no points, then that's fine. But here comes a man, who is it? I believe that's Romain Grosjean. That is indeed Romain Grosjean. So Romain Grosjean getting the move done. But now, hard versus option. Up the inside, it seems he's going to go for the move. He takes the inside line, Grosjean on the outside, going into the corner. Grosjean not going for anything risky, and he holds his position nicely. Now we're just getting no corner cuts there because he wants to keep the position, and that's lap 38 completed. Skipping on to the end of lap 38 there, lapping Max Chilton, getting DRS, and Chilton are taking a very risky move, and Max almost hitting him, forgetting that he has been at lap car. Max isn't even in any battles, so he's lucky to even have a job. Lap 43, allow faster cars, he comes into the pits, and that's seemingly going to be his pit stop. Who's that behind him? I believe that's Felipe Massa, so this could be very interesting to see who gets out in front of who. In the pits now, no changing in the front wing. He sets a time of 3.117, which is faster than the previous time. So the boys in Sauber are doing fantastically well. He's hoping, though, that the Ferrari guys will have faster pit stops because, well, that's just what you'd expect from Ferrari. So, coming through, out of the pit lane, doesn't get onto the grass this time or hit any walls. Lap 50 now, there's a car going on the side of him. Who is that? I believe it's Romain Grosjean. It is indeed. He's only 1/10 down on him. Going into the first corner, holding it well. He didn't go deep like he has been doing in previous corners. So he's got to the 50 lap mark. Probably one of the longest races on the calendar, I would say. Yeah, Sao Paulo is probably one of the longest amount of laps. But Romain Grosjean couldn't get the move done at that stage. But Kimi Raikkonen overtaking him on lap 53. Here comes Mark Webber now. Mark Webber's the man behind him who looks like he wants to get that move done. He runs a little bit deep, breaking in, almost getting contact with Raikkonen there, but he holds it off well. Obviously, he's seen Raikkonen before when he overtook him and let him pass. But then comes Mark Webber as he goes deep into the sharp left-hander. The very slow left-hander going side by side now. Mark Webber then getting forced off the track there. He had a he was up the inside. He allowed him track, and then the track just ran out. But he does get a penalty for that one, which I can understand. He did run out of track, but I mean it's a little bit harsh, I would say, on the students. I would say it's more of a racing incident. That on lap 55, exactly the same thing. Felipe Massa dives up the inside. Massa now looking for the move, but this one's a little bit more harsh. He leaves him track, Massa doesn't take the track, Massa then just completely runs off, and that's another penalty. So that's 20 seconds worth of penalties. The first one I can understand, the second one exactly the same place, but he gave him track, he learnt from his mistakes, but the stewards were just very, very harsh on Sergio this time. So here comes Felipe Massa, who finally gets the move done on Sergio Davilo, and Mark Webber, though, sadly isn't going to get the move, even though it's pretty pointless for him now to continue battling with these guys, because he's got 20 seconds worth of time penalties. He's just going to have to hope he can get a highest possible position. Therefore, we allow the faster cars through as Lewis Hamilton comes home and wins the Sao Paulo Brazilian Grand Prix. Lap 69 is in fact the lap that we are coming to finish. So it's quite ironic. Lap 69. I mean, it could only be Davilo's journey. That we finished on lap 69. So 15th position, he finishes 7th for Nico. Great performance for Nico. Not the best for Sergio. He would have liked to have scored some points in this final race, but obviously he's looking forward to next season. As we talk about next season, who has won the Formula 1 2013 season for 2013 season of Davilo's journey? Let's see. Formula 1 driver, why thank you. I am a Formula 1 driver. Who is it? Well, I can't see anyone now. What is going to happen? Somebody surely won it. As we scroll up, it is indeed Nico Rosberg. Nico Rosberg, 3 points clear of Sebastian Vettel. If Vettel would have got ahead of him, he would have secured that place. So there it is, secured. 310 points for Nico Rosberg. 307 points for Vettel. And 282, only 28 points off Fernando Alonso. And 104 points off his Lewis Hamilton. So it was really a three-horse race by the end of the season. This is constructors, so Mercedes, followed by Infinity Red Bull Racing, Scuderia Ferrari, Lotus, and McLaren beat us on the last race of the season. So McLaren beat Sauber on the very last, pretty much taking it the last hurdle. Hulkenberg couldn't do enough to do it on his own to beat Button and Perez, which really Sergio would have liked. He has been battling for that all season, but obviously he joined the team halfway through, so he's done a fantastic job to help them. Sadly, Sergio didn't pick up a win in this season, but he did pick up a podium. Shock. Well, I might do a season roundup and say the shock of the season definitely goes to one man, and the shock of the season has to go to Jean-Eric Vergne in Singapore. Was there any doubts in who won the shock of the season? There's the stats for you, so just you can have a look at them. 72 points, rank 7, career XP, objective achieved, yeah, just some stuff. Pole positions, none. Average finishing position is 13th, so that's not too bad. Fastest laps, none. Rivals beaten, 1. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome Sergio Davilo, your new for Scuderia Ferrari number 2 driver, sitting in car number 4. Sergio Davilo has joined Scuderia Ferrari. Guys, thank you for watching. My name is OTG. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Davilo's Journey very soon. Bye.